te bénissons. Nous célébrons tes louanges et prosternés devant toi, nous adorons au grand roi et prosternés devant toi, nous adorons au grand roi. Amen. It's still Haitian Independence, Black Women's Haitian Independence Month.
All these diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie Woo, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
What's up, y'all? It's your sister. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I am doing very, very well. If you're new here, my name is Jessie Woo. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. This is my second Just a Couple Things episode of the year. This is a Black women's channel. We are very pro Black women's, pro women of color here, but predominantly Black women's. I'm just letting you know, this is a Black women's channel, okay? But yeah, definitely here to stand up for Black women, women of color, even though sometimes the women of color don't be standing up for Black women, but that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, this is the vibe that you're gonna get out of every video. So just want to introduce myself because I got a whole lot of influx over the holidays, over the past last 2 months of the year, and I feel like I haven't really introduced myself to you guys. So I'm your sister, Jessie Woo. I am a co-host on a nationally syndicated talk show called Dish Nation. I will be going back to Dish Nation today. Some of y'all were in the comments over the holidays, worried that Dish Nation had fired me because you weren't seeing me as much. So I only had 2 weeks of work contracted, actually 1 week, but sometimes people don't show up, so they'll call me. I'm the last one on the call sheet. If I were to show you guys the call sheet every day, I am the last person. I am number 6. Out of everyone on the list, I'm number 6. I'm the last, so I get whatever's left over. It just sometimes I feel like it seems like that's not the case because you guys see me a lot, because I do a great job on there. And my boss, Joaquin, everybody, Arlene, everybody that's on the team, you know, they love working with me and I love working with them. So they always give me extra time. So, you know, that's why you'll see more of me, but I'm last on the list. So there's nothing that I have ever covered on my channel that would make Dish Nation say peace out. No. I would really have to do some crazy shit on here for me to get fired from Dish Nation. Dish Nation is actually the best job I've had in this industry. And it took me 4 years of guest hosting to get that job. So yeah, I foresee myself being there for a while. I think the only thing that would make me leave Dish Nation is, if they fired me, I'd have to do some crazy shit. I'd have to say some crazy shit, something homophobic or something anti-Semitic. You know, I would never get in trouble for saying something about Black women. You know, you never get punished for saying something about Black people. You know what I'm saying? But if you say something about the gays and the Jews, baby, oh, it's done. you're fucking out of here. But yeah, I'd have to do some crazy shit. Or if I leave because I want to do a bigger talk show, which that is my dream one day. I definitely want to follow in Sherry Shepherd's footsteps. She used to be on Dish Nation, and I hope to be able to have my own talk show one day or a late night show one day. That is one of my aspirations. So that would be the only reason why you wouldn't see me there. So yeah, I will be at work today. So I'm filming this Sunday night, so you guys will see this Monday, and I will be there today, Monday evening. So check your local listings to check me out there. Some of you guys don't know this, but I'm an actress. And I am the best shower singer you will ever meet. Okay? This is a song, RELEM. I have it out right now. If you check the description box, you can go check out the video for that. This is my latest song that I have, RELEM. Also, some of you guys love the intro song, which is Waterfalls. I will be releasing that. Some of you guys saw me in Ghana and you came up to me and you sang it. I couldn't believe that shit. Like, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, so if you're new here, welcome. It's 2024. I look forward to just expanding with you guys, spending time with you guys. And outside of just a couple things, I am thinking about doing other stuff, like, you know, vlogging more, or I know I'm probably running a little late, but maybe doing like a virtual vision board. I haven't done my vision board yet, so I was thinking maybe doing that virtually with you guys, having a virtual vision board party, maybe like next Saturday. I don't know, like Saturday morning we get up, we do this together. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I definitely plan on doing more things with you guys. I do want to have a Galentine. I haven't planned it yet, so I have a month to get it together, but I really do want to do a Galentine party. For those of you guys who are in Atlanta, I was even thinking about doing it in New York. Who knows? I'm gonna sit down and really think about it this week. But yeah, anyway, I'm really happy you're here, and I hope that you stay around. I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you share the videos with your friends, your family. Oh, and also those of you guys who don't know, I am nobody. Me. I'm Haitian. But I am Haitian. I am Canadian born. I was born in Montreal. I was born in Montreal, Canada, to two Haitian immigrant parents. And I moved to America when I was about 6, 7. And I did all my schooling in Miami-Dade. I grew up in Miami-Dade, motherfucking Florida, 305. 30 motherfucking 5. So I'm a Dade County girl. I lived in New York for about 4 years, and New York and Jersey for 4 years, and then I moved to Atlanta in 2020 in the dead of the pandemic. Child, New York had turned into I Am Legend. Have y'all ever seen I Am Legend with Will Smith? That's what New York was looking like. It was really crazy. Like, it was insane. Like, there was no movement. I had never seen Times Square have nobody in it. It was really ridiculous. So yeah, so now I'm in Atlanta. Pray for me, baby. I don't think I'm gonna find my husband here. These niggas, this city is ghetto. Atlanta is ghetto. Atlanta is ghetto. Okay? It's ghetto. But I love the ghetto, child. So anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into some of these topics. So I wanted to do something different, just to have more structure. I feel like I don't have any structure with just a couple things. So I'm gonna start off doing 3 segments, okay? So first segment will be a social scandal. So social scandal will be like where we talk about like just clips that are going viral, and we'll discuss it. I think that's a really lightweight way to go into, you know, other topics that we're going to discuss. Then I'll have just a couple things, topics, and that will be like the bulk of what we'll discuss. And I'm trying to think of a last segment. Like, I don't know if I should start having y'all send me letters or send me stuff. I don't know, but child, I don't know. What should I do? Maybe you guys suggest what the last segment should be. I was thinking maybe having some church announcements, but I mean, you know, I might not have church announcements every video. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the last segment should be. Maybe the last segment should be like, what are you guys watching? Or, you know, maybe it should be like a review of something, or just a quick review of something. I still owe you guys Black Cake, which I'm going to do. I just have to write out like how I'm going to do it. And it's going to be really, really good. But yeah, maybe it should be like just review, you know, or maybe just watch it. I don't know. So y'all let me know what you guys think the last segment should be. But here we go. Social scandal of the day.
Separated. I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate checks. So are you the only man at this table? Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you, but I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate.
I know we ain't got shit.
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order.
Well, I'm sorry. Dave, but you always pay, like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the check,
if it's-
seriously.
But
Call me crazy, but first things first, this thing where y'all be expecting somebody else's man to pay for y'all's dinner, y'all are insane. Like, y'all are insane. I'll never forget going to hookah with some of my friends, and this dude that I was dating at the time came in the hookah spot to meet me, and they were like, oh, he paying for the bill? This was when I first got to Atlanta. I was hanging around BBL Bird Brains. He paying for the bill? Baby, I ushered that man right on out of there. I ushered that Haitian king right on out of Pasha. Because, bitch, what the fuck do I look like making my nigga pay for y'all's meal? Like, are y'all insane? Get the fuck ASAP. We don't care. Okay? We do not care. I just want to start there. We do not care. I really thought we left these skits in 2023. Like, I cannot tell you how annoying these skits are. And I'm going to start praying to the ancestors to close y'all eyes permanently if y'all keep bringing this shit up into 2024. We are tired. We are tired. Y'all are too old for this. Y'all are too old. Y'all have not had a serious, like, black people have not had a serious conversation since the civil rights movement. Please. I don't want to hear about who pays the bill when everybody goes out. I don't want to hear about how much should the first date be. I don't give a fuck about you Cheesecake Factory ass bitches. Side note, the other day I went to Olive Garden for a date, and baby, this drink, a Cameroonian nigga took me to Olive Garden. That's to remind me to, you know what I need to do this year? More story times, okay? A Cameroonian nigga took me to the Olive Garden for a little lunch date, all right? And I hadn't been to the Olive Garden in years, but I was like, you know what? I could go for a little bread and salad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know the Olive Garden bread be busting and the salad be busting. And I always go for extra cheese. Like, when we was sitting down, the lady was like, okay, let me know when to stop with the cheese. And she was just rolling. I was like, girl, keep rolling. Rolling on the river. Keep rolling, baby. Keep it coming. Okay? Keep rolling, okay? Never stop. I love cheese, baby. I cannot give cheese up. I'm so sorry. But baby, back to this drink. This drink was a watermelon prosecco sangria. Watermelon prosecco sangria. This was bomb as hell. I don't know why. And the drink is only $8, and I think it was less than 200 calories. It was a win-win, baby. It was a win-win. But yeah, we don't give a fuck, guys. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You know what the problem is with y'all? Y'all keep going out to eat with people y'all don't really fuck with. That's the problem. Because see, if you're a friend of mine, ask any of my friends, anybody that you see me hanging out with, if we ever go out to eat together, you're not paying. Because first of all, if you're my friend, that means that you were very pivotal in my journey. So the least I could do is pay for your food. You're not paying. You're not paying. That's the least I could do is give you some food. You're not paying for your lunch or your dinner. Order how many drinks you want. I don't give a fuck. It's on me. Okay? And I will be writing it off. But yeah, you not paying. You don't pay. You don't pay, I pay. Because you're my friend. Count on me through thick and thin. When you go out to eat with me, you will not pay. You will not pay. Like, you're not paying. You're not paying, okay? Y'all keep going out to eat with people y'all don't fuck with. That's the issue. I don't go out to eat with people I don't fuck with. If you're a friend of mine and you invite me to a mass dinner and I'm like, you know, who all gonna be there? And it's a bunch of people I don't fuck with. I'm not coming. That's just me. I'm not coming. It's already, listen, I want you to invite me, but just know it's a high chance I'm already not coming. So then when you hit me with a bunch of people that I don't fuck with, that I don't know like that, I'm not coming. Cause I don't wanna have, you know, dumbass conversations with people that I don't know. And now we have to have, no, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. And if it's your birthday and you inviting a bunch of people I don't know, I don't fuck with like that, I'm coming with cash. As soon as the bill come, I'm dropping my cash and I'm out. That's it. Why are we still having these conversations in 2024? Please leave me alone. These skits that y'all be doing, it's lackluster. We've seen it. We're over it. Hang it up. Flat screen. Please. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. Next, just a couple things, topics. Let's go ahead and dive in, child. Halle Bailey was pregnant. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. She really, like, this is the most damn baby announcement I have ever seen in my damn life. Like, here y'all, damn. Like, it's just giving, y'all happy now? Shit. Like, what the fuck? Let me go ahead down to the post, child. This post was really hilarious. So the post is her holding her son's hand, and I believe that's DDG's hand as well. Oh, his wrist has a bracelet that says Halo. That's really beautiful. So here's her caption. Even though we're a few days into the new year, the greatest thing that 2023 could have done for me was bring me my son. Welcome to the world, my Halo. The world is desperate to know you, okay? She talking about y'all. Y'all was desperate as fuck, okay? Y'all was desperate as hell to know that this lady was pregnant. I feel like we covered it a couple times at Dish, but I think I talked about it once here. Like, I think paparazzi had caught a photo, and I said, like, if she's really pregnant and she's hiding it, I think that's amazing. I think that privacy is paramount. Privacy is important, especially to someone like her. I mean, 2023 was a very monumental year for Halle. Like, she became the Little Mermaid, you know what I'm saying? And while a lot of great things happened to her, I feel like the man that she has can be a bit cringy at times. You know, the nail salon thing that we didn't need to know about, where he called that nail salon, the Russian lady, you know, racist. And the lady was not being racist. She literally just told Halle what time to be there. Halle didn't get there on time. And so she couldn't finish, Halle and her sister. But they never said anything. It was DDG that came to the internet and said it. And just keep in mind, too, that it was DDG's content that kept catching glimpses of Halle's growing belly. It wasn't the internet fishing for it. He kept giving it out. And then also, I feel like she had to give us this here damn announcement because he just dropped this freestyle. And in the freestyle, he's saying his son, his baby, and his mom coming, you know, and talking about Halle. And, you know, I believe that the baby is also at the end of the video. So she had to say something, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's because she's with someone who has diarrhea of the mouth. But at the same time, I do feel that from what I know about DVD is that he is very successful at social media. Apparently he has a big, huge social media following. He makes a lot of great money from social media. So that's great. So, but I think he just needs a class in shutting the fuck up, especially if you are with someone like Halle Bailey. This woman is a star, and you need to conduct yourself as such if you're going to be with her, because his brand can kind of hurt hers at times. And that's my only fear for her. But outside of that, child, I'm really, really happy for her. I've seen clips of her where she says she really, really wants to be a mom. The first thing I thought of, though, when she made the announcement about us being desperate to know her son, remember this clip where she called y'all anti-black for talking about her nose?
Listen, if I see one more person say something about my nose one more time, it's gonna be hell to pay. And you know why? 'Cause I am black. I love my nose. What is you concerned about my nose for? Leave me the hell alone.
This is crazy work. This is like, sis, that girl's hilarious. What is Halle Bailey's sign? She's hilarious. Okay, for her to come on the internet and call everybody anti-black, when girl, you know, your nose was spreading, baby. We all saw what was going on with your nose. It was giving pregnancy nose. That's what the world was talking about. But she called us anti-black, child. But kudos to her. Congratulations to her and Halo and DVD, child. God bless their family. Okay, y'all, next up, let's talk about Taraji P. Henson, baby. Taraji P. Henson has been spilling all the damn tea about The Color Purple. And I told y'all I haven't seen The Color Purple yet, and actually, I won't be seeing it. I won't be seeing it. To learn that this cast was being treated like just total dog shit is really insane to me. The Color Purple is a film that's from the same studio that Barbie was. Now, I will say this. Barbie was released prior to the strike. So, you know, their premieres were really extravagant. So, you know, all the content that we were seeing, you know, it was because it was pre-strike. So the budget was budgeting. I think that when it came to The Color Purple, well, me initially, I was like, okay, the premieres look great, but they don't look as extravagant as Barbie. But I was thinking, okay, it's just because of the strike. They literally like came, the movie was released like right after the strike, you know? So the strike ended like right in time. But to learn so many things about their experience has been really disheartening and disgusting to me. And it's just giving racism. Taraji P. Henson recently sat down with the New York Times, and I couldn't access the actual article because you have to pay to see the article, but Complex covered it. And this is what Complex had to say. They said, in a new interview with the New York Times, Henson revealed that she and the cast of The Color Purple had to drive themselves to work in rental cars. She said this, I was like, I can't drive myself to the set in Atlanta. This is an insurance liability. It's dangerous, she said. What do I look like taking myself to work by myself in a rental car? So I was like, can I get a driver or security to take me? I'm not asking for the moon. She continued, they're like, well, if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. That's crazy. And she was like, well, do it for everybody. It's stuff like that. Stuff I shouldn't have to fight for. I was on a set of Empire fighting for trailers that wasn't infested with bugs. Say what now? Cookie Lions was fighting Roach Motel trailers. This is crazy. This is insane. Now, I saw a lot of people saying things like, well, I mean, why can't you drive yourself to set? Like, now she just seems like she's just asking, like she's just being nitty-picky. So here's the thing. Some of you guys know that I was on Wild 'N Out. For the 6 seasons that I was on Wild 'N Out, and even prior to that, when I was a Wild 'N Out girl for season 8 back in 2016, they housed you, they put you in a hotel, and they picked you up and took you to set and took you back to your hotel each and every day. Reason being, number one, this is a production, right? Every minute is costing the production company money. So they want to ensure that you're there on time and that you're there safely, right? So ain't no, oh, I got caught up in traffic. Oh, I caught a flat tire. Oh, I ran out of gas. There's no such thing. We have your cars. They are going to be downstairs at this time. Please be downstairs at this time so we can go. And most of the time it will be a shuttle. So the whole cast, they will have several shuttles and the whole cast will be riding together. And depending on, like, you know, if you're not filming that day or if you're filming later on in that day, like they would have like an A and B schedule. This team A, team B, you know? So they want to make sure that you get there on time and that you get there safely. Okay? Mind you, this is Wild 'N Out, y'all. I was getting paid $1,200 per episode. I wasn't getting paid much. Okay. By the time taxes ate that up, I didn't get anything. Okay. Couldn't even pay my rent. My rent at the time, I was living in a high rise in Midtown. My rent was $3,800 a month. That wasn't even covering my rent. You know what I mean? I couldn't do anything. I was doing it for the opportunity. Okay? And so I say all that to say, The Color Purple is a $100 million budgeted movie. This is Taraji P. Henson, Fantasia, Danielle Brooks, like her, Halle Bailey, like the list goes on. These are not first timers. These are big names attached to this film. This should not be something that anybody should have to take a stand for, right? And then I saw some people saying, well, that should be negotiated in your contract. And I agree with that. But I'll tell you this, I'm a nobody. And I didn't have to negotiate that in my Wild 'N Out contract. Viacom just provided that. MTV just provided that. That's like, it just goes without saying. If you're putting on a major production, because while I'm just getting paid $1,200, please believe there's some people who are getting paid like $10,000, $15,000 per episode. But those are people who have been there for years and years and years. Those are the bigger name people, right? So it also is a major budgeted show. You want to make sure that you know where all your players are at all times so you can do things at a timely manner and get the fuck out of there. Because every minute counts. We're shooting 3 episodes per day. You have audience members coming in, right? I don't even want to imagine what the call sheet looked like for The Color Purple. I know several people who were background actors, dancers. You know, this was a major budgeted film. So for them not to have that included, that's not a good look on the studio's part. Something tells me the Barbie movie didn't go through that. Something tells me this is something that's just really exclusive to the Black production. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest here. That's just really unheard of for a movie that's budgeted that high. That's crazy. And then there's this clip floating around of Danielle Brooks. And I was disgusted by this as well, but I felt happy that somebody else was saying something, because I feel like for a moment, it just looked like it was Taraji always speaking up for the cast. And finally, Danielle Brooks said this in this interview.
Taraji, our director, says, I mean, I have been watching her from the beginning. And to just have someone just be a guide for us, be our voice box. I remember when we first came in and we were doing rehearsal and they put us all in the same space. And we didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time, and they did not give us sorry, Miss O, you ain't had no food.
She had no idea.
She didn't know what was going on.
She had no idea. She was like,
I heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
And you corrected it for us. You corrected it.
Yes, and I was like, Miss O, we gotta fix this. And she said, say less. And was it not?
And that's what I appreciated, though. You are our voice, because a lot of times, yes, I've done a lot of TV. I've done a lot of films, specifically independent films, but this is my first studio film. So sometimes you do come in just saying, okay, well, I'm going to just take whatever they give me. I'm just happy to be here, you know? But you spoke up for us and you showed me how to do that. But what I've really enjoyed is your sisterhood is authentic and it's real. It's not this fake.
Wow. First things first, y'all. Look at Oprah.
Our own dressing rooms at the time, and they did not give us. Sorry, Miss O, we ain't had no food.
She had no idea.
When Danielle Brooks said we ain't had no dressing rooms, we ain't had no food, look at Oprah. Oprah wanted to die. Oprah wanted to sink into her seat. But I like what they said, that Taraji called Oprah and, Oprah said she didn't know anything about this, and that as soon as they called Oprah, Oprah fixed it, right? And I see so many people, again, blaming Oprah for this. Oprah is not the studio. However, Oprah, Steven Spielberg, Quincy Jones, like all of y'all are producers on this, right? You mean to tell me y'all didn't advocate for certain things to be done? It just doesn't look good. It don't look good, y'all. It don't look good. And Danielle said something so important. I hope it didn't go over your heads, where she said a lot of times I just go into these productions and I take what they give me. I take what they give me because I'm happy to be there. And that's part of the problem, and it's not her fault. Because again, a lot of us have taken jobs. A lot of us have been here. You just take what you can get, right? With hopes that things will get better. And I'm here to tell you that the take less mentality, the take less now, get more later mentality is not working. Like, our ancestors did it. It did not work for them. And it's certainly not working now. And it's not going to work later on. It's just not. But I just don't foresee everybody taking a stand. You know what I would love to see, even though the strike is over? I think it would make such a huge noise if every Black actor and actress said, you know what? We're going on strike as Black people. We're going on strike because these conditions still are not good for us. We're going to go on strike from this date to that date. We're going to take 6 months off and we're not filming anything. I'd love to see something like that happen and to see what the industry would do. What that would do to the industry and what message would it send to everybody else in the world, not just actors and entertainers, but the fact that we all need to get our Taraji P. Henson on, and we need to start taking stances. We need to start taking stand. We need to start standing the fuck up. Stand up. The other day I had a conversation with a former agent of mine, and while I was in Ghana, and I would like, not to go into detail, but I mean, I went off on this man so bad that I felt bad, but I knew I wasn't wrong. But I felt bad because it just took me out of character. But I had been holding on to things for over a year. And when I got on the phone with him, I just exploded. And one of the things I went off on him about was one of my cast members from a show that I did. And I said to him, you know, it's just not right that this person was getting paid like they were an extra. And he said to me, and I was going off, and he said to me, Jess, I appreciate you taking the stand for your castmate, but without telling you too much, this was what he agreed to, right? And in my mind, I'm like, even if he did agree to that, why is this a thing? It shouldn't even be a thing. There's just certain things to me, just as a human being, I'm just like, it just shouldn't be a thing. And there are some of us who are just not afraid to speak up and burn all this shit down. But the majority will take what they can get. And I think that that's where the true battle lies, because if you have 10% of us who are Taraji P. Henson and the 90 over there who's willing to get whatever they can get, what do you think the studios are going to do? They're going to work with the people who will take whatever they can get. And that is something that's across the board. It's not just an entertainment problem. It's a life thing. It is a life thing. Some people will just take what they can get because they're happy to be there. I'm sorry, I'm Haitian. I don't know. I don't know that. I'm sorry. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know anything outside of taking a stand for what I feel is right. And I'm glad that Taraji, Danielle, you know, everyone is speaking up. I haven't really heard Fantasia say nothing, child. Fantasia's been, listen, she's been taking her nice pictures, baby. Whoever styled her for this press run, oh my God. Fantasia has already talked about her woes in the industry talked about how she lost everything twice, you know, so she's talked about it. Damn, how do y'all feel about this? Do you feel like Taraji and Danielle are being whiny, or do you feel that what they're saying is valid? Let me know your thoughts on that. All right, guys, so I came across this clip of Cameron saying how he does not like being identified as an African American. He wants to identify as a Black American. Let's take a look at the clip.
Honest with you. I'm be totally honest with you. And I know we got to get back to our topics. We already a few minutes in. I'd rather feeling Black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born in America. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a Black American. When we go to the Olympics as a country, and somebody Black is fighting from the United States, you don't say African American. You say American. You don't even put a color on it. It's an American fighter fighting a European fighter, or China or Japanese or anything. You're known in the Olympics as an American. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're an American fighting against somebody from Cameroon or Senegal, whatever. The point being is they don't categorize it when it's world competition, but when it's other shit, it needs to be categorized. So I consider myself a Black American. I don't consider myself African American. And shout out to all my niggas in Africa. Much love. But y'all don't consider us real Africans.
First of all, I want to say he's absolutely correct about identifying as a Black American. I think that that's accurate. Growing up, it's so funny because growing up, obviously I'm Black, but in school, you were always made to bubble in. If you're Black, you're African American. Like, you guys all know the school system here is not and even just the system period when it comes to identifying folks, it's not a system that gives you a lot of options like other countries, right? So it's like, if you're Black, they just deem you that you are of African descent. And so you are African American, right? And to me, it was always puzzling because I am a Haitian, Canadian-born Black person living in America. So it was always a little complicated for me. And I remember, like, when I first started my social media journey, I remember like tweeting somewhere or something like that saying, yeah, but you know, as an African American, people were like, you're not African American, you're Haitian, right? And I'm like, yeah, but in America, I'm African American. And they're like, no, you're Haitian. Like, you are Haitian. And I remember like talking to my friends about it, and they were like, oh yeah, like, you're not African American, you're not Black American, you are Haitian. You are a Haitian. If anything, you're a Canadian because that's where you were born. And so that's when, to me, I became like, you know what, it's right. Like, I shouldn't, just because I am a Black person living in America, it doesn't mean that I am a Black American. It doesn't mean that I'm African American. We don't have the same lineage. Yes, we all come from Africa, right? But I don't have the same lineage as an African American person. Your ancestors founded this country. Your ancestors built this country. My ancestors built Haiti. Like, those are my ancestors. And yes, if we go and we keep looking, of course, it will all drive us back to Africa, obviously. So I do agree with him with that. The part that I don't agree with is the part where he said that Africans don't fuck with Black Americans. It's just simply not true. And I want to say this, right? I hate diaspora wars because I feel like both sides never take ownership for their part in the diaspora wars. As a Haitian growing up in Miami, I was teased by Black Americans. I wasn't teased by Hispanics or whites. I was teased by Black Americans, okay? And I was told a lot of different derogatory things. And I think a lot of it had to do with because I was Haitian and I had a certain culture. You know, they talk about you smelling like a Haitian, or, you know, you're a Haitian booty scratcher. And my friends who were from Africa, they got the same treatment, right? And when I grew older, I realized that, well, while that was my experience, Black Americans had their own experience with other Black people that came from other countries, with them feeling lesser than, them feeling as if, you know, when Black immigrants come into this country, we treat them like we're better than them. And I had this conversation the other day with someone. I said, as a Haitian, I can tell you this, that it's not that as a Haitian that I ever felt better than a Black American. I grew up with a lot of shame. Like in our culture, we have something called want, like, and it's shame. In our culture, it is very normal to shame your children, to shame your family members, to shame like your friends into behaving in a certain way that is right. And so there's a lot of things that in our culture, if we do them, or if we said them, or if we wore certain clothing, it would bring shame to your parents. It would bring shame to your family members, to the point where your family members will disown you. Like dead ass. Like, I'm not even trying to joke when I say that. And I think Africans can relate to this. I think even like Indians, like there's just other cultures that are brought up with a lot of shame. And I feel like Black Americans tend to have more freedom. They're more free thinking. And I feel like growing up here, I adopted that free thinking, and it really put a strain in my relationship with my mother, because like, yeah, while I love my culture, I'm in America, and I don't have to be the typical Haitian girl. No, I'm in America. This is a free country. I can think however I want to think. I don't have to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer. I could be whatever the fuck I want to be. I can wear whatever I want to wear. If I don't want to go to Legley's, like if I don't want to go to Legley's 7 days a week, which is church, I ain't got to do that. I remember as a kid, it was like we went to church every fucking day. It was to the point where I hated God. I was like, oh my God, how many times we gonna go see this God person? I'm tired, okay? I'm tired. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of shame in our culture. And then we come here and we see how y'all are just free about a lot of things. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's not a better than, it's a, why doesn't this bring you shame? You know what I mean? That's it. But I will say this, right? While both sides, I feel, participate in diaspora wars, it's never lost on me that what I have noticed when it comes to Black Americans is that you all hate when other Black immigrants come into the country and treat you like you're lesser than, but I never see you guys have that type of energy for non-Black immigrants. That's always been my thing that I've noticed. It's like, okay, so you will be at war with your fellow Black person, even though that person is an immigrant. I get it. But when the white Hispanic comes in, or the Hispanic comes in, y'all are not going to war with the Hispanics. When the Russians come in, or when the Dutch come in, or, you know what I mean? When the Israelites come in, like when they come here, when the Italians come in, y'all not giving them no pushback the way you give your Black immigrants. And that's always been something that's really been interesting to me. And it goes into like the xenophobia conversations and all that, which is just very exhausting, because I really feel that there are a group of us on both sides who are just determined to hate the other side. And that's why I feel it's so exhausting. Another thing too is I really wish more of you would travel to Africa. And when I say travel to Africa, I don't mean just go to Ghana and smoke hookah and twerk. I'm talking about going to Ghana, or going to Nigeria, or going to Benin, or whatever African country you want to go to. Don't just do the excursions. Go there and get educated. Find tourism groups that are not just going to take you around and have you acting like you in Atlanta. No. Go and have an eye-opening experience. I've been blessed to have 2 trips to Ghana where I have had 2 very eye-opening experiences. I have my Ghana vlog that's up, and then I'm gonna put up my Death to December vlog soon. But I've realized that everyone does not have that experience when they go to Africa. First of all, everyone has not been to Africa. Everybody won't get to go to Africa as Black people. But those who do go, a lot of you guys don't experience anything outside of hookah and shaking your ass. And so you leave the same way you came in. You don't leave with anything extra. That's the problem. I left a comment under that post and some people were like, oh, he been to Africa. I want to see what his Africa trip looked like. I want to see what governmental officials you met with, what kings you sat down with, what tourism group you went with. I want to see the content of your trip, and that will let me know why you still think the way you do. And there are people, when I left a comment, people were like, oh, well, Africans just want us back. I was like, man, that's not the sentiment. Africans want us back in the country. Oh, they just want us back because they want us to boost their economy. Well, even if that's the only reason, I mean, y'all are sitting here boosting the white man's economy, and what is it doing for you? What is it doing for you? That's why you had Mace in the video when Cameron said, well, you know, Africans don't fuck with us. What did Mace say? He said, oh, and Americans do?
Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Next story. Okay, y'all, last but not least, let's talk about Cat Williams once again. His comedy special that he had with Shannon Sharpe was just amazing. There was just so many nuggets. But there was a portion that I felt nobody was talking about, and my fellow cancer sister caught it, Amanda Seals. She brought up the comment that he made about a lot of women nowadays acting like men. Here's the clip of her video.
So in his interview on Shannon Sharpe's show, Cat Williams said, women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You were alpha. And so you got all these men, they're like, oh my God. And so my question to these men is, what do you consider a woman acting like a man? Like, what do you consider that to be? What do you consider to be the traits of a woman who is an alpha? Because I know a lot of y'all really thought that he was saying something with that. And I don't know that he was saying what you think he was saying. But I want to know what you're saying. What do you consider to be a woman who is acting like a man? Please enlighten us in the commentos below.
I really thought that this was a good question because, and she instructed women not to leave a comment. She wanted the men to break down how they feel that women act like men. And here are some of the comments. So there was one comment that said, argumentative, disrespectful, not pleasant to be around, doesn't know when to be quiet, too independent, not cooperative, always in boss mode. And Amanda said, how is any of that indicative of a woman acting like a man? Great question. Because even as I'm looking at it, I'm like, argumentative. Okay, I know argumentative men. Disrespectful. I know plenty of disrespectful men. Not pleasant to be around. Doesn't know when to be quiet. I mean, all you motherfuckers have a microphone now. Tout le monde sont podcast. All of you motherfuckers have a microphone now. You don't know when to shut up. You all have something to say all the time. Podcast. It's just the thing that he was, the characteristics that he was given. It's like, okay, that makes her a man. Okay. Someone left a comment that said Leslie Jones. And oh my God, he's getting ate the fuck up. Because that's clearly it's clearly anti-futurism. It's clearly colorism. It's clearly like So because she's a tall, dark-skinned, outspoken black woman with African features, so she's a man. Because she looks like most of your mothers, that makes her a man. My favorite comment was this one. At this point in time, masculinity is so fragile that a woman being assertive, honest, and confident is considered acting like a man, which is truly hilarious because masculinity in its purest form is being so self-secure, so self-assured that there's nothing, that there's nothing and no one that can shake you. Your energy, vibe, and aura speaks for itself. Calling yourself an alpha male is the fastest way to display that you are in fact not an alpha. I would have ended with this. You are in fact a bitch. And honestly, this was the best comment to me. And there were other comments that mirrored what he said, but I thought this was very interesting. You know, we've been talking about TD Jakes and what's been going on with TD Jakes. And remember, I said, the only thing I really don't like about TD Jakes is that I feel that he's a male chauvinist. Like the way he talks about women acting like a man, and then you had Cat Williams say it too, oh, y'all acting like a man. What is acting like a man? What is acting like a man? Women are just not rolling over anymore. We're assertive because we know what we want. At earlier stages of life now. Life is so hard. Like, life is so hard that you have women, like, getting jobs outside of getting a job from the time they're, like, before they're teenagers. You have kids, you have toddlers being born with IG accounts so that they can start earning coin. Like, people, life is tough. So women are standing on business. We can't rely on you. You know what's crazy to me? I was looking at, I don't know whose divorce I was looking at, but I was looking at the fact that a lot of men, they want a soft woman, right? So they want a traditional woman. They want a woman that's going to stay home with the kids, take care of the kids, right? I can't remember whose marriage I was looking at, and they got divorced. And the man was like, well, I don't want to give her alimony. Go get a job. And it's like, but for the last 20 years, she was a traditional soft woman. She took care of the kids. She took care of you. She took care of the house. She never had a job. And so now she's done all this work for you to make your life easier. And now you think you just could walk away and not give her anything for it. She has nothing to show for it. It's kind of like, what's that Tyler Perry movie where he tried to throw sis out, Diary of a Mad Black Woman? It's like that. It's like literally you spend years and years and years being a soft place for this man to land. You take care of everything. And when that man wants to just get up and leave you, he can. Because you didn't take the time out to stand on your own business. And so women are not doing that anymore. And you're calling them men now. I don't know. You in the comment section, what constitutes as a woman acting like a man? I would love to know your thoughts on this. Did y'all see that clip of LeBron James brushing his hair? What the fuck was he brushing? Let's be for real. Let's be for fucking for real. So that boy said like, what are you brushing, LeBron? So that boy said like, LeBron, you can't tell LeBron he ain't got a full head of hair. And that's how delusional my faith will be 2024 and beyond. Anybody with 20/20 vision can see that LeBron is brushing a full head of scalp, okay? But you can't tell that man he ain't got a full high top fade. Baby, he's brushing a full head of hair in Jesus' name. That's faith. See, sometimes when you are a child of God, baby, you see things that other people don't see. And that's called faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Hallelujah. I just want to let y'all know that this is how delusional I will be moving for 2024 and beyond, baby. This is the type of delusional faith. This is my type of vibe for 2024 and beyond. Somewhere I say so, hallelujah. Somewhere I say so. All right, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on today's topic during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month, y'all. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie Woo.